Hey, we're Whiskey Fancies. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
What do we have today?
We have Starlight Rye. Rye Felicia.
Rye Felicia.
So this is a pick by a friend of ours, sampled in Bourbon Kyle.
I don't know if you've had Starlight Rye before. The regular expression, we haven't had the proof down one, but the single barrels, we've had a few of them, and they're actually really tasty.
Don't they vary?
They do vary.
Like
because they're single barrels.
True.
Yeah.
Good point.
I know that's where you're going.
Yep.
I thought I'd save you the embarrassment.
Appreciate it.
It's cool. So, this one is coming at a hot 56.2. Oh, I thought it was so much higher.
This is one of my favorite Starlight Rye picks.
Yes.
So far.
And it's aged minimum 5 years. On the nose, it doesn't even smell like a rye.
It smells like rye to me.
It does, but more of a bourbon rye.
Not rye.
I don't know. I get sweetness, so like a high rye bourbon, not just.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we know the?
It's probably in this tiny little print.
Rye. I don't know if they give us the mash bill on here. I know most of the things are fairly transparent at Starlight, but I don't.
It just says a high rye mash. There you go.
Oh, that's helpful.
That's why, because I was like, it smells like a high rye bourbon.
I didn't think it was 95.5, but who knows what the real mash bill is.
We should do our homework.
I've been meaning to do more homework. I apologize.
But I just like tasting.
I get distracted by whiskey.
Mm-hmm. So this is the only Starlight bottle that I've had that's got a creamy, buttery texture to it. That's very unique that I usually find in like a winter wheat bourbon, that mouthfeel. I don't normally get it in most bourbons unless it's a wheated bourbon. It's so pleasant. I forget, this is actually becoming one of my favorite ryes. And I've been such a good girl that only that much has gone so far.
So it's on the sticker, it does tell you that's in the #1 char. And I remember when we were talking, I know when we were talking to one of the guys that picked this, that they tasted it, they pulled this, they said they picked what sample they wanted to bottle. And I think it rested another 6 months before it was bottled because of just distribution issues and bottling issues. Or did they request for it to be held another 6 months?
I honestly can't remember if it was requested or it was just happened.
So I know it rested in the barrel a little bit longer than when they tasted it.
It's not too oaky. It's not punching you in the face with this rye spice kick.
I get a lot of clove and herbs on the nose, and that clove. I like fruity but spicy ryes, and the clove does show up on the palate, which I really enjoy. But it feels like it's really balanced. It's
extremely balanced. It's got a sweetness, but it's more of like a vanilla sweetness, right? It's a nice introduction to someone who doesn't like the very herbal.
It's got enough herbal rye. It's got
herbs in it. It's in there, but if you don't like just that, it also has
the vanilla
in it for the sweetness, and it's got like this buttery, creamy texture on the mouthfeel, almost oily, but in a good way. And the nose, it's just.
I like this. I know that. I've had
sweeter for a rye on the nose.
Right, so I had a previous Starlight Rye pick. It was barrel proof. Mm-hmm. It was hotter, but not in a pleasant way. But what struck me as off is there was a really spiky, very herbal taste to it.
Almost vegetal.
It was too much. And when you go way too vegetal, for me, I'm out. I don't really care for that. But this has a nice balance between sweetness, and here's a little spice.
It's a soft herbal.
I'm still a rye, but I'm not going to punch you.
But it has the oak in there, but it's not forefront. It's just very subtle, just hanging around, saying, hey, I'm here too. I really like this, and I do have to say this is kind of becoming one of my top ryes.
So my favorite rye is the Kentucky... Old Pepper's Kentucky's Finest, which is impossible. You cannot get it right now at all anymore. I think this is a good substitute for my palate.
Yeah. But see, the Finest Kentucky Oak, that is a finishing now. It's almost like a toasted steak.
It's almost toasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it's hard to compare because it is a really good rye, but this is
right,
not like
but it's so
rye.
balanced, and it's got, so that one has a lot of cloviness, and I get that similar cloviness to this, and I think that's why I was like, well, since I can't really drink that, I have this to drink. I don't know, it feels like a good consolation. I like it a lot. I would love to see what just their regular rye is without their pick. I'm pretty sure it's just as good.
I'm digging this so much that I did not hear a word you said.
Seems familiar.
Did I nod my head and be like,
Sure did.
I probably did. I should be an actress.
You always agree. It's okay. Well, I really like Starlight. If you guys have it in your area, please let us know what you think about the distillery. Leave a comment below. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Well, I don't know about you, but I fancy this whiskey.
I fancy this whiskey.
Cheers.